Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes. All the product I'm using and measurements will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products. There's a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to YouTube and help me grow in the YouTube world. Today we're going to play with Hooray for surprises. I bought this bundle a little after it went live in January. It's in the mini catalog. It is going to carry over to the new annual catalog, so which is very nice. But the bundle price will disappear on April 30th, the last day. So if you, after watching how I use it, if you're interested in this, you go to my online store and order this before you lose the bundle price. And so what we're going to make today, actually, I'm going to show you the pieces to this first. You can see all try to get the glare out of there. Beautiful verses. It's hard to get the glare out. There we go. Beautiful verses. We're going to use two of them today. We're going to use Make a Wish and Hope Your Birthday is Wonderful. But the stamps are really nice. But the dies. There is, I pulled out two already that we're going to be using. This one, this one, this one, and this one leave a tab that you can pull and they can reveal a surprise. And then there's extra hearts, flowers, dies, and this little cake, which we are going to use the cake today as well. So it's a really fun set. So the card I made is, as my sister said, it's a little unusual for me. It's for a child or somebody who's young at heart. And we have lots of bling and birthday cakes, and it says Make a Wish. And on the inside, it says, Hope Your Birthday is Wonderful. And there is this beautiful little pull tab. And inside there is a surprise. And if they pull it, and this one, oop, I'm pulling it the wrong way, get my finger in there, is a gift card. This is just my Starbucks card. But anyhow, and it slides right in here when you're making it. And I'm going to show you how to make the sleeve that fits in here inside so it doesn't slide out all the way. So, and it goes like back there. But I put mine on the inside so that the front would stay nice so they could still display it, you know, once they have the card. So this is what we're making. So we're going to get started, and the first thing we are going to do is I've already cut the circles. I needed 4 circles. Make sure I've got all of them here. Hang on, got one more circle. It's trying to escape. So I made these with the deckled circles. And this is the 4th and 5th one from the smallest. So, and we also need to make some birthday cakes. 4 of my birthday cakes are popped up and 1 is not. So I'm going to grab this and we're going to do the birthday cakes first. And now what colors did I need? I need Flirty Flamingo, Azure Afternoon, Fresh Freesia, and Lemon Lolly. There's a lot of colors in this. You can make this any color you want. The paper I'm using is Lighter Than Air. That's this one that came with the balloons. The balloon set is carrying over. The bling is carrying over. The only thing out of that suite not carrying over is the paper. So make sure I've got that all inked up really nicely. And we'll do that one. So that's the Lemon Lolly. I thought about doing this ahead of time, but I figured if I sit here and do it and then started filming, I could just take and, I just put new stuff on my scrubber. It's a little wet. You know, I figured if I just do this ahead of time, it's like, okay, and then I could just do it now. So, beautiful bright azure. And I've just got my Stampin' Scrub off to the side here. And I'm just cleaning it off in between each of the stamping. So yes, it takes a minute. This is Fresh Freesia. I re-inked almost all these pads recently. We need one more. Hang on, well, actually 2 more. Just make sure the stamp's dry. And these are the 4 we have to die cut. And we have to stamp one more cake, and we're going to stack that on the large circle. And that one is in Pool Party. Or was it? Nope, it's Balmy Blue. No, it's Pool Party. I can't remember if I stamped it in Pool Party or Balmy Blue. We're going to do a test. I can't remember what color I stamped the original one in. Nope, it was Balmy Blue. I designed this a little while ago, and actually a month ago. Can't remember what colors I used in all the spots. But if you don't remember, you just stamp it and try. And that's the large circle. I'm not going clear, I'm going towards the bottom a little bit. Like that. And we'll go ahead and stamp that while we've got it up with Azure Afternoon and Make a Wish. And I'm going to stamp that, try to get that straight. Stamp it right at the top of the cake. Like that. Okay. And more, we got a little more stamping to do, but we have to do some die cutting first. So we're going to quickly die cut these little guys. Post-it here. This I wanted to use all the colors in the paper, and when I designed this, it's like I just went crazy with color. But you could do this with any paper, you know, just pick all the colors out of the paper. And there's a lemon lolly cake. Is an Azure cake. Now, I have to tell you, when we get to the inside of this card, you could make it the whole front card, but when you get to the inside, you need to make sure you have purchased your gift card before you put the inside piece of your card together, and you'll see why, because as I opened up that one, that card is now not usable. The inside isn't. So make sure you've purchased whatever you want to put inside. And you don't have to put a gift card in there. You could put money. You could just put a saying in there. There's one in the set that says, I can't remember what it says. It says, "You're simply amazing." And you just stamp that in the little spot there. But I wanted it as a gift card holder. Like I said, cash. Just put a little special message note card in there. One more to die cut. And there's the last one. Away. So we're going to bring in our circles. And what I want to do is I'm going to grab a pencil. There's my pencil. Trying to find things. Just one moment. Once again, I'm filming early on a Saturday morning and have to have my caffeine. What I want to do with this is I want to take one of the cakes. It doesn't matter which one at this point. And what I want to do is sort of set it at the bottom like this. And I want to put a little pencil mark right like that. You hopefully you see that pencil mark. Just little pencil mark. And you're going to see in a minute why we want that pencil mark. Like I said, it doesn't matter which cake you use. You just need a cake. No one's going to see that pencil mark. But the reason for that is I want to put a candle on top. And I need something to know where to place that candle so it lines up with the cake. About like that. It's pretty easy. And there's a little candle and the light that goes on the candle. The candle is Pool Party. I knew I had Pool Party somewhere. And the light is Daffodil Delight. I'm just going to pull all these up on here. So what I want to do is I want this candle to be line up the bottom of that candle with that line. So I know when I put the cake on, it will be lined up perfectly. And that one. And then the flame is out of daffodil. Oop. Sorry, I got to move this down a little bit closer to me. Try to keep my head out. I'm off on that one a little bit, but it's okay. There is a little wick in there, and that's what I'm trying to line it up to, is the wick. Just like that. And the next thing we need to do for these is we need to do some sponging. Now, I'm using sponge daubers. I could have got these out of the bag before I started. I'm going to be using sponge daubers to do this, but you could use blending brushes, you could use a sponge, whatever you like to do. So, we'll start with Azure. This is what's going to, each of these will match up to the cake. And I'm just going to take this and I'm just flicking some color right around the edge. Sometimes I've rolled them, but these deckleds don't roll too well to get color on the edge. They can be done, but this is easier for me anyhow. I'm just flicking my way around, just like that. So that's Azure. And here's a fresh Freesia. Here's the Lemon Lolly. I know my Lemon Lolly may look a little strange, how it's all like that. I accidentally did not wash this cake when I did the other one, and I stamped Azure Afternoon into the middle of my Lemon Lolly. So I had to scrape all the ink off and re-ink the center of my Lemon Lolly. So be very careful that you wash your stamps if you're using multiple colors. But it can be fixed. That's the Lemon Lolly. And we need Flirty Flamingo. My ancient Flirty Flamingo. much ink onto that one. So we'll just go around like that. And then we need Balmy Blue. And Balmy Blue is going to go on the other cake. This is a fun card. Yeah. My mother was joking. She says, "You built yourself your own birthday card." I said, "Sure." I'd have fun with this card. She said that because it's my birthday. And she thought it would be fun. She says, "You're building your own birthday card." And I said, "Yeah, that's right. It's the only one I'm going to get." No, I got more birthday cards than that. Okay, so now it is time to mount our cakes on, and we're going to use dimensionals to do that. And I'm using 2 dimensionals on the cakes. You could get away with one if you're hand carrying it. If you're mailing it, 2 is better. I'm just going to put 1 on each of those. It's good enough, since these aren't getting mailed. So anyhow, you sort of line up your cake and your candle, just like that. That's not too straight. I didn't push down though. There's our Azure Afternoon and Flirty Flamingo. Oop. There we go. So there's all of our cakes done. So let's build the inside or the front of our card. Don't need that yet. So this is a piece of Balmy Blue, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Like I said, all the dimensions will be listed below. And this is a piece that is, I didn't put tags on, I'm sorry. It's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And grab some glue for this. Just got little borders on that. There we go. This is the kind of card where you want to build the front of the card first. And you'll see why, how we have to turn this card to get the gift card in where it's at. So then I laid these out, and they're going to go right almost to the sides on these 4 sides here. And let's put Flirty Flamingo here. Like that. So I'm using glue, because this card with a gift card in it will get a little on the bulky side. So I don't want to use too many dimensionals. I put the top on first because the bottom one is going to overlap that just ever so slightly. Just like that. And like that one. this one is going to go up on Dimensionals. And one in the middle so we don't have sagging. And try to get that as centered as possible. And I'm coming down a little bit because I want to just pass those cakes so I'm not on top of those cakes. Like that. So that's the front of the card without bling. Now we're going to work on the inside of the card. So the first thing we need to do is we need, make sure I got the right size. Okay, this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, same as the front. And we are going to stamp this with Azure Afternoon and put our verse in. Do it the right way. Hope your birthday is wonderful. And we'll put that towards the top. Now, I wanted a strip of paper across the bottom where the pole is going to be. You can use glue. If you use glue, I would recommend that you wait, put it on and let it dry and sit for a half hour. Make sure it is really dry because you're going to be die cutting. Or grab your seal because you want to cover this entire sheet with adhesive, because you don't, the tab will fall apart as they're opening it. So seal works really well for this. And it's very sticky. But using seal, I do not have to wait. I'm going to start at this one corner and get it lined up. And I'm going to flip it over and make sure, oh, I did cut the right paper. Sometimes I let the paper be a little longer. So with using this, and make sure you've pressed it down good. Using the seal, I don't have to wait. So this is where some of the magic happens with this die. I need to get Otto out here. And I need to move some ink. So got plate 1, plate 2, plate 3. We've got our card and we have our little pull. Now, you want to make sure, try to move this a little bit. You want to make sure when you put this on that the pull is on this side. I guess you could put it on that side, but for right-handed people, I think this is the better way to go because you'd pull it that way. Either way, I guess. And get it centered in the middle of that. And I know I have, oh, there's the little Post-its. I'm going to put a couple Post-its on this to hold this in place because I don't want it moving on me when I'm cutting. Just like that, and another plate 3. And I'm rolling it back because I am going to through the glue and 2 sheets of paper. And it's just easier to unload. So let's get, we're done with him. Boy, my plate's getting nasty. Get flecks of garbage on there. Now when you pull up your Post-its, hold this firmly. The little chads that hold this on here, and I'll show you. My plate's getting a little old. New ones are coming. Okay, Let me see if I can flip this over so you can see where the little chads are. There's one here, one there, one there, one there. They're very tiny. So, got that. So, the next thing we need to do is we need tear and tape. I'm going to put a strip of tear tape across the bottom here. So we're going to actually build a sleeve. You could use seal on this if you wanted, but I think tear and tape, just doing the whole thing in tear and tape, works really nice. I don't want the card to pop open and the gift card to fall out. So. All right, now we need our gift card. So put your gift card the direction you want it and just lay it over about halfway across here. Hope you can all see that. Let me try to move it in just slightly. There. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape just above where I want it. Like that. And then I'm going to put a small piece of tear and tape along the sides here. So I'm leaving maybe 1/8 of an inch along the side. I just moved that. This is just to build a little case so it doesn't slide all over the place and go up to the top of the card, and it makes it real hard to get it out. Okay, so card's in here. Now we have to remove all the tear and tape. Piece. Okay, make sure your card's sitting where it's supposed to be. Then you grab this card, your card base. Okay, so we know that this needs to lay in here like this. So when you open, it's the right direction. So I'm laying it, the card piece is here. Oh, let me scoot this back out. That would be easier. Oop, wrong way. So we've got to put this in this direction. So here's the zipper tab, like this. So what I'm going to do is bend this back, line this up as close on my grid as I can, and I need to pull this as close to me as possible because I'm only going to get one shot at this. Hover over your card, try to line it up as best you can using the top as a guide. And push it down and hope you get it straight. That's pretty straight, not too bad. So here's our zipper here and that. So next thing we need to do is we need to tell them they need to pull that, and there's a little pull, and I'm gonna use my darkest color, which is the Azure Afternoon. That's what I've been using. And there's a little pull, or there's one that says open here. I'm just gonna put it on the pull right like that. And the next thing you need to do is add all of your bling. Now, these cards, since I'm showing you like this, I'm not going to add the bling to the second one. The bling is carrying over, and once I do the pull and take out my card, this card's pretty useless. So I'm not going to put bling on this one. But what I did use was the rainbow adhesive packs from the Light and Airy set. It has all these beautiful colors, and I put two large ones and a small one on this one, and one large one and two smalls on each of the others. A lot of bling, but I wanted it. So once again, I will show you, we've made our card, they've received it, they see the little pull, they stick their fingers in and they go, and there is their gift card for them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Try this one. I thought this was rather fun with all the cakes. And so please give it a try, and I will see you on Wednesday. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.